Well, and
I'm
that's
sweaty.
a perfect.
And
It is
sweaty,
hot.
too,
It is
yeah.
hot, Nicole. And we were just saying, you are on tour here. You just got off stage.
I know.
Don't know if you're going to have
The brain cells.
the brain cells like me right now trying to get the words out. So we're going to be a great team, Nicole. So listen, first of all, thanks for stopping by and doing this.
Absolutely.
The main purpose of this interview is to get people to know you
Okay.
and to be able to understand the great work you're doing and how they can contribute, buy art, and do all sorts
Buy
of other
art,
things.
yeah.
And buy art,
Oh, by the way, what do we need to say?
buy art.
Buy art.
I'm really honored to have you here. This is awesome.
Pleasure.
And I'd love to ask you a question that is, here's the question I want to ask you.
Okay.
When did you know, as a little girl, I'm guessing, maybe not,
Let's see.
when did you know that you wanted to do what you wanted to do?
You know, I hate to say it's a difficult question, but it kind of is. I mean, I'm old enough to have watched that first moon landing and everything. Very grateful to my parents for flopping us down in front of the black and white TV.
I remember that moment,
you know,
too.
I mean, like I remember a grilled
I
cheese
remember right where I
sandwich for
was,
some
yeah.
reason, you know.
Yeah.
Walking outside and looking up at the moon. And I think even at like 7 years old, I think you realize that's a really extraordinary thing.
Yeah.
Right? However, I just thought it was really cool. You know, along the way, nobody ever told me I couldn't do it, which I'm very
A good
grateful
start,
for.
right?
I'm very grateful for that.
Yep.
But my dad liked to build and fly small airplanes. So I hung out at the airport a lot, meeting flying
Where are you living?
people.
Where in the world?
Clearwater, Florida.
Oh, nice. Okay, cool.
And so I grew up with a little
I'm
bit.
actually live in Tampa now.
So I'm in St. Petersburg.
Oh, beautiful.
yeah, I love it.
Oldsmar. For locals.
Oh my
That's where I
gosh,
am.
yeah.
Yeah, nice.
Family in Palm Harbor and Tarpon Springs. But
Perfect.
just being able to get, like, lifting off the planet that way was, I think I really enjoyed that. You know, being able to be in a
getting up
plane,
in the
just getting
plane.
off on the plane.
And that begins a different perspective of
It's
life,
totally
too, right?
a different, I mean, at that age, I remember thinking, you know, the rivalries between like high schools and stuff.
Yeah.
You know, I always thought Clearwater and Largo were so far away and there are rivals. I'm like, oh my gosh, they're like right there.
Yeah.
You know,
And
it's
there's
right there.
There's a depth of that
Yeah.
little overview effect.
Oh,
perspective
absolutely.
That happens at that point
Yeah.
if you're awake enough
Yeah.
to.
And
to
even if you're
feel
not
it.
acknowledging it, I think
Right.
it's getting in
Right.
you. And
Yeah,
so,
yeah.
but I wanted to know how things fly. I mean, when I graduated from high school, the Space Shuttle program was getting going. I'm like, oh my gosh, if you want to know how airplanes fly, why would you not want to know how rocket ships fly? And it just kind of went down that path. I wasn't thinking about astronaut. I mean, and for the longest time, I honestly thought, oh, astronaut, that's so cool. But that's something other special people get to do.
Yeah.
You know, it just seems so unreal.
It's kind of like being president of the United States.
It seems like it's
in
like
the old days.
out of reach. Even when
Thanks for
you
getting that joke.
like it just seems impossible. Even when you might not think it is, but it just seems that way, right? And so I'm very fortunate. I worked as a NASA engineer at the Kennedy Space Center on the shuttle program and station program. And as I was working there, I'm like, I started to see what astronauts do. I was like,
and
oh my
that
God.
dream you had in your body.
Yeah,
And I
it
made a
started
little
out.
offhanded comment, but I want to drill on it for us. You know, when kids are kids, we have dreams, and really, truly, it's extremely sad for me. But in the old days, back probably like when I was a kid, maybe you were a kid, you know, being president of the United States was something you was like as a dream.
Yeah.
Now, unfortunately, that even kids don't think that, but it hasn't been lost for the astronaut.
Not at all.
And
I
that is
don't think so.
cool,
I think
isn't
it's really
It's like
extraordinary
those are
that
the dreams
way.
are alive for kids.
Yeah.
I didn't want to interrupt you, but I
No,
didn't want
not
to
at
let that
all.
go.
But I
It's so
think
awesome.
that's a cool way to think about it. Is that I think in me was always this like, wow, that would be so amazing to do something like that, right?
And you followed your passion. Then you
Yeah.
got there and you were like, hey, wait a minute. I'm seeing what they're doing.
I'm seeing what they're doing. 99% of an astronaut's time is not in space. It's down here on Earth, right? Sadly to astronauts, by the way.
I'm sure.
And the majority of that was a lot like what I was already doing as a NASA engineer, like the stuff on Earth. I'm like, and that made me just
Like
think,
what?
oh my
Just
gosh.
give us a taste.
I don't know, like the engineering side of things or the project management side of things or understanding the hardware and how it works in space and working like a team and a crew, you know, those kinds of things. It was a lot like what I was already doing, helping get space shuttles ready to fly. And so that encouraged me to at least think about it, like, oh, this could be possible. And I reached out to a couple people I consider to be mentors. And I am so grateful to them. And I try to do this with kids when they ask me about like, oh, I want to do this or that. And they didn't discourage me, right? They didn't go, oh, Nicole, thousands of people.
Yeah, forget about it.
You know,
right?
it's going to be a long shot if you want to do it.
You
Okay,
know how
they
many
didn't-
times I hear this from kids,
I know.
right? None of that stuff.
They
right?
did not say that.
Nice.
And they didn't go the other way either. They didn't go, oh, Nicole, you make the greatest astronaut there ever was, you know, and like I'd like to believe they think that now, but they didn't
I'm
do
sure
that.
they
They
do.
didn't do that. They
They
just,
treated you like a true mentor right down
oh
the
my
middle,
gosh,
right?
they just gave me the pen. And they're like, Nicole, you know, there's the one thing you have control of in this whole process is to pick up the pen, because you had to do that back then, and fill out the application.
Wow.
And I thank them every
Wow.
time I see them. It was just like, and I don't, for whatever reason, all the other special people, whatever, I would not have done it on my own. I
You
would
know,
not have done it on my
It
own.
reminds me of that, I'll probably butcher it, but that beautiful Martin Luther King quote. He's, you know, you don't have to see the whole staircase, just take the first step.
Exactly.
That's
yeah.
what that gift was for
That's
you,
all
right?
that was. That's that for, and nobody else can do
Gives
it
me
for you.
chills. That's beautiful. Wow. And now you are such a mentor and ambassador in
I
the world
try.
for kids. Yeah, I think you do more than try.
Yeah.
Tell me what's so for people that's a little ethereal, and again, thank you for going, because I know you've been going straight. For people that's a little ethereal with space, other than following your dreams, which not everybody can do, why does it matter, and what are you doing right now to bring that out into the world for people's
Yeah.
awareness?
I mean, I think, you know, there's a lot of people that want to get off the planet, go to space, and I highly recommend it. But I think the more important thing is that people understand all of what's going on in space that's ultimately about improving life on Earth.
Yes.
And whether that's working with kids or adults or a keynote speech somewhere, I want people to know that the value of space is being brought back to Earth. And whether it's energy or this device that we carry around that allows us to communicate and find things that we never were able to before,
Right.
that allows us to get from point A to point
Which
B
we don't
or
even
whatever
think
it is.
about.
We don't
Right.
even, it's just ubiquitous
There,
in our
yeah.
lives, right? And so much of the way we live, the way we do is benefiting us from space. And there's so much more that could. I mean, there's so much more that could. So I want people to know that. And I want kids and adults, I guess, to understand how important it is to accept your role as a crewmate on our planetary spaceship, just like we do on those machines we build in space. You know, no better example for how we should be behaving with each other on this planet than what we've been doing for the last 25 years on the International Space Station.
And oh, by the way, you know, with artificial intelligence coming,
Yeah.
that's going to scale some of our stupid human tricks off the
Well,
cliff.
it
if we're not
is,
careful.
and I'm so always hopeful that there'll be more people that want to use the tool for good. It doesn't matter what the tool is. There's going to be somebody that's going to find a way to mishandle it.
Right.
But I think there are people who believe in the goodness of these
And
things
it's a great
too.
opportunity. By the
Yeah.
way, at the end, I'll give you a copy of my book that's coming out in 5 days.
Okay, cool. Oh, is that it? Oh,
Speaks
cool.
exactly to that.
Excellent.
And I'd be honored. So here's my favorite part of this, and then I'll let you go because I
Okay.
know it's busy. There's two things. One is stay tuned because you're going to hear where to find them, where to buy the art, to do what? I mean, to buy the art. Is that
I think that maybe we should buy the art.
buy the art? Because it's not just amazing art because I've been in there. It's gorgeous. Again, we're down in South Beach right now.
Yeah.
But it's really beautiful, and you can get to buy something that's so special, but then actually contribute to a great cause.
Yeah.
So we're going to come back to that. But here's the part I love the most, okay? So me as a kid, flying, getting up in the plane, and when I mean kid, I mean adult now.
Yeah.
'Cause that's
That was
still me.
what we are. I don't even acknowledge how old I am.
And I love perspective.
Yeah.
So my world is in the nexus of capital and consciousness, so I do a lot of work in consciousness. And our mission is to
And I'm
help
seeing.
elevate, that's us, yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah, thank you. So to help elevate human consciousness, because if we don't do that, we're just going to keep doing the same stupid human tricks with whatever tools we
All
have.
of it, yeah.
right? So what I love, do you know Ron Guerin?
I do know Ron. He's one of
Ron's
my
a
best
buddy.
friends.
No way.
He's,
All
my,
right, hey,
he's
Ron.
my son's godfather.
Ron, hello. I will
And
send
his
this clip
beautiful
to-
wife, Carmel, is my son's godmother.
I love Ron. I haven't seen him in a couple years,
He's, a-
but
he's an awesome
yeah, when
one.
he wrote his last book, we were connecting a lot. And Ron, I'll get you a copy of this one. But so near and dear to my heart about the overview effect. because
Did you meet Frank?
I did, and I interviewed
Okay,
Frank.
good,
I love
good.
it. So to me, it's just
It's obvious,
it's a
isn't
human
it?
hack, right? I mean, when you've been there, and forgive me not to sound too forward, but because of the work that I've done in life, and it's not through psychotropics or anything, but I have been in a different place, and I know in the knowing beyond the mind of the temporary delusion we have as a species of being separate,
Yeah.
which is the core illness. And when you guys get to go up and experience that viscerally, that whatever we can do to be in
Yeah.
service to help that experience translate to humanity,
Yeah.
I don't know what it is. I think about it a lot. But Nicole, we're totally in service in anything we can do on that side. And I know
Well-
that you already do a lot of it in the work you're
Well,
doing
no,
today.
I appreciate it. I appreciate it too, because I think, I mean, we talked about some stuff today, and I love that Frank is, I mean, you couldn't find the, I mean, he is the man.
Yeah, Frank
First
and I
of all,
went,
Frank
Frank and
White,
I
he's the
went
man.
deep, and when we were done,
Yeah.
he's like, we need more. I
Yeah.
said, yes.
But I think that, you know, there's this, you know, that what we have in common stuff that seems really simple, and yet I think it's pretty profound. This whole idea that we all live on a planet in space, you know, that we're all earthlings, only border that matters, that thin blue line. I think it's very grounding in that way, and it could be very grounding, you know, just with our connection to it as well. But there's real purpose in that. And the idea of the overview effect, while like I said, I highly recommend it. If you can lift off the Earth and have that special vantage point, that perspective of looking back at the Earth that way, do it. But I don't think you need to.
Well, listen,
Yeah.
thank you for all this extra
You're
gas
welcome.
you put into this. I love
You're
you. I love the
welcome.
work you're doing.
Thank you. You
and
too. I don't even
Hold
know.
on,
but
we
yeah.
got some art.
We got
We
some
got
art.
some art, and we got some support. Can you tell them how to
So-
find it, and we will put in the clips and make sure we get everything set up for you guys.
Yeah, so you can find us at spaceforartfoundation.org.
spaceforartfoundation.org.
That's our website. We're on the Instagram and all of that stuff too. To find the art that's on sale right now, the best place to go to the BitBasel Marketplace.
BitBasel Marketplace.
Yep.
Where we're going to be co-posting a lot of this stuff.
Yep, and there's all of it under the Ocean Planet collection. Is whatever's for sale is there. And really, I know I'm saying buy art, but
Buy art.
oh my gosh, buy art.
It's beautiful.
It is. It's stunning. There's even some art from astronauts. There's one piece there that Richard Gary had actually painted in space.
Wow.
That's on. It's incredible.
Wow. So
and art
not
from
only
astronauts.
go, but go fast.
Yeah,
And
really good.
all the proceeds.
All the proceeds we're supporting the artists as well. And 25% of every sale goes to benefit Space for Art Foundation and Space for a Better
That's
World.
awesome.
Yeah.
Nicole, thank you.
Thank you.
Really
good.
Thank you for all the great work.
All
you do.
right.
I love
It's always nice when
Oh,
there's a
yes.
Ron
You mind-
connection.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh my gosh,
You
yeah.
mind I give you this?
Look
We'll
at
do it
this.
ourselves?
You can give me this. Look at
Yeah,
that.
I'd like to sign it for you.
They do need me. No.
Yeah.
It is. That's really good. I'm looking at the title's great.
Thank you.
Excellent.